Good evening, everyone. I would like to thank Albert and his team for putting together this show, and congratulations on your 6th anniversary. I just wanted to bring in a perspective of small business owners. I run an enterprise called Kuza Biashara. For those of you who don't know what Kuza Biashara means, Kuza is grow, Biashara is business. Grow your business. And the business focus is to really help micro and small business owners grow. And if I just wanted to wear the hat of a micro and a small business owner and then share with you some of the stories, some of our own experiences and what is really happening in this country called Kenya. I've been here just about a year and a half now. And these are the things that I really looked at it when I came to Kenya. Number one is the positive side of it. The language strength. Almost everybody here speaks English. Number two, thanks to Safaricom and all the other operators, most of the country is wired and you have 3G network almost every place. And this is 2 years back when countries like India didn't even have a 3G network. And number three is the enterprising nature of Kenyans. What I realized is everybody here almost has some business by the side. And there is an enterprising nature that is already wired within them. Keeping this in dimension, I just looked at Kenya and compared with a country like Thailand and realized that almost 85 to 90% of the employment in this country is actually being created by SMEs. Okay, am I supposed to dance now? In this live video? Okay, with about 85 to 90% plus employment being created by the SME sector, that's small and medium enterprises. What is happening is the youth today, most of them are only looking at large companies. I was reading this story in Business Daily a couple of weeks back, which says that almost 2.5 million youth are unemployed, and about 125,000 people are actually getting employment in so-called organized sector and large companies. So there's a huge disconnect there. They're looking for employment with large companies, whereas the small companies are the ones who are giving 85 to 90% of the employment. Now, there is an attitude and a perspective change that is required for the youth. And we work very closely with small business owners and across 22 locations in Kenya. And the perspective is that they are willing to recruit and they are willing to take people because they aspire to grow. And one of the reasons for their inability to grow is that they don't have the right talent. Now, there's a disconnect. Then I wanted to share with you three perspectives. If you look from the perspective of a small business owner, they're aspiring to grow, they want to grow by actually taking talent, but the youth is not really looking up to them to join them and take any employment with them. Number two, if you look from the youth perspective, there is a lot of this conditioning that has happened. All of them are told from their childhood in their families that, you need to go to the best school, you need to be getting good grades, you need to be getting a good job, and then you make a lot of money. But nobody is really encouraging them to go do entrepreneurship. So is there a way we could look at introducing entrepreneurship into the curriculum and encourage the students right from the early age? And it's a very inspiring presentation, Kaburu. 3Ds. ICT board is doing a commendable job. From the time I've been in this country to now, the cost of access to internet has almost gone down by 1/4. And the speeds are so good. And thanks to Safaricom, it's an awesome thing. But is there a purpose for the youth? Now, about 6 million people are on Facebook, about 14 million are on the internet, 62% people are accessing internet using a mobile, but do they have a purpose? The purpose is missing. Today, it's a flat world where the opportunities to do so many engagements are possible. There are very interesting business models that are coming up. I believe the students in American universities, they are doing their projects. They're supposed to be doing their projects. They're outsourcing those projects to countries in India and Kenya and Philippines at $10 per hour. Because at the same time, they're actually going and doing a part-time job. And their student projects are being outsourced. I believe that's a fairly large market. I'm just trying to give you context here. There is a huge opportunity out there for the youth to really go in and check out. And the second is there is the career guidance and the counseling part is missing here. They don't know, they don't have a direction in which way to go. There's a Vision 2030 happening, fantastic. There is a IT revolution going on, fantastic, but is ICT everything? I'm also an ICT entrepreneur. I've been in the business for almost 14, 15 years. What we've thought about that is it's not about ICT. It's about the usage of ICT for a common day-to-day problem solving. Now, the problems are happening on the ground level and the entire country is wide. And again, the M-Paisa, Tangazo Paisa, all these possibilities are there. Let me just give another perspective. I was in Washington, D.C. last week. I was meeting with some of the guys at World Bank, IFC and everywhere. Whenever I give my business card, oh, you are from Kenya. You are the M-Paisa guy. I mean, I have not seen even a single guy he's not heard of M-Paisa. To just put it in context, 80% of the global payments, mobile payments are done out of Kenya. 80%. None of the developed countries even understand what is meant by a mobile payment. Because there was no need for them to think about it because they had the plastic. Now here, it is the necessity that drove that innovation, and that innovation is driving the economy, and the opportunities around this innovation and usage of this are immense. Now, we have interesting clients like a cab driver. I mean, it's a very interesting story. I keep telling everyone. We have a client who actually has been driving a cab for the last 13 years. Today, he owns his cab and he has hired 3 more people and he is now looking at adding 3 more clients. All this happened in the last 9 months. We partnered with Safaricom and together we've actually come out with a product called Zidisha Biashara. He's a customer of that. All we have done is we've produced very simple, stupid videos, everything in 2 minutes. How to grow, how to take a bank loan, how to hire employees, how to fire employees. A lot of business owners don't know this. I'm very serious about it. We just do the opposite. Hire quickly and fire slowly. Oh no, sorry. Hire slowly and fire quickly is how it needs to be done. Whereas what we do is we hire quickly and fire slowly. It's a very, very, very important thing that we miss out. The perspective that I wanted to draw here is a small business guy who's been driving a cab for the last 13 years, today owns a car. And I've seen it in front of my eyes, this guy. We helped him to go negotiate a bank loan with Chase Bank. And this guy went there, negotiated and got a very good deal to buy his own car. And we also created a small business website for him. And this is application of technology. Okay, this guy has a website called wawatravel.co.ke. I want you to just go and see there. With his bonga points that he has, what he has done is he went and got a BlackBerry phone from Safaricom. And now he figured out how to use BlackBerry. He took help from some of our people. And on his website, he's actually put his BlackBerry ID. And all he does is he drives his car on Rapta Road, and that's where his stand is. Let me tell you this story. 2 months back, he got a lead from his website, from this Dutch guy who comes into Nairobi every month and spend about 7-8 days. And he was looking for a reliable guy who can communicate with and trustworthy and all of that. He got his lead and immediately saw his BlackBerry ID, added him, and he started talking on BlackBerry. And in about 2 days' time, he closed a deal with him. And you know what? He is now getting foreign exchange. That guy pays him all the money for just 8 days of his stay in Nairobi. And he just wants him to be moving around with him, take care of all that his needs. And he's paying him in euros. And this guy today has a bank account. He was a Juakali. He today is a businessman. He comes have lunch with me. And he comes and says, you know, Shri, I'm thinking of buying another 2 cars, mana. I said, what? See, this is a story. I mean, when I really say globalization, we don't have to really think big. It's happening here. And I'm very happy that I'm actually committing almost 80-90% of my time. My family lives in India still. Because it's so fascinating what possibilities are available in this country called Kenya. This is a small country, about 40 million population. And the dynamics and the demographics of this country are so fascinating. So many people are already on mobile money, which is fantastic. The opportunity is to really grow up this. The message to the youth is, you don't have to necessarily go look for opportunities with big companies. The opportunity is with smaller companies. Be open, The learning curve that you have with small companies is much more than really with the large companies. Sorry, I'm not really talking again as large companies, but the possibility of growth and the possibilities of career options are so many more. You just need to think out of the box and just look around. Thank you very much. Thanks for giving me this opportunity.